and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this really simple, bright, fun and vibrant letterhead in Word. So let's just open a new document. So first of all, we're just going to create the graphics. So go up to Insert, Shapes, click on the drop down, scroll down and click on this shape here. Click and drag out that shape. Just move it over and to the top. Let's just zoom in. If we deselect, you can see there's a little outline around this shape, as have all shapes when you insert them into Word. Select it, go to Shape Format, and over here in this tool you can get rid of that outline by selecting No Outline. You can see that's now gone. And then to change the colour of this shape, go to Shape Fill, click on the drop down. You can select from any colour here, or if you go to More Fill Colours, you can select firstly from your colour wheel. Let's just brighten that up. This is the brighten and darken slider here. And this little circular cursor, you can click and drag that around your colour wheel, and the colour that's selected will be in this square here. You can also select from another couple of options along the top here. So I'm just going to select a bright pink, this one here, and click OK. Now we've selected that colour, we're going to copy and paste this shape. Several ways you can do that. Click on it, go to the Home tab, copy, deselect, and then paste. Or you can simply select your shape, hold down your Alt or Option key, click and drag, and that will copy another shape. So we've now actually got 3 shapes. So let's just delete one of those, and this one here we're going to select, go back up to Shape Format, Shape Fill, and we're just going to select this green colour here. And then if we go up here and drag it up, you can see it goes over the top of this pink one, and we want it to go behind the pink one. So select it, go to Shape Format, go to Send Backwards, click on the drop down and select Center Back. Now what we can do is, using this circular icon at the top, you can rotate this shape any way you like, and then you can move it up or down to suit your particular shape. You can move this shape up or down. As you move it up, you can see that curve flattens out, and again you can do that with the bottom one as well. This is just various ways that you can customize these shapes. Once you're happy with your design, we can group them together. So select this one, hold down your Command or Control key, select the other one. You can see they're now both selected. You will have to click outside the box of the previous one. If you're struggling to select either of them, select one of them, go to Shape Format and go to Selection Pane. And you can see the 2 different shapes that you've inserted. You can see which one it is by clicking on this little eye tool. And what you can do is select one, hold down your Shift key and select the other one. And now you can see they're both selected. Now go up to this tool here, which is the Group tool, and select Group. And then we can zoom out and then copy and paste this one. So select it, hold down the Alt or Option key, click and drag. You can see they're both selected, but I only want this bottom one to be selected. So deselect them both, reselect the bottom one and rotate it round for the bottom, and then just move it down. Again, customizing this any way you like. So now we've got our graphics in, you might be wondering how this might copy across to the next page. So there's 2 ways you can do this. You can either copy and paste it by grouping everything together, pressing Command or Control C, deselecting, go to Insert, Page Break, go to the top page here, click on it, press Command or Control V to paste, and then you can move it all into place. However, that's not going to be the most accurate way of doing this. So the other way of doing it, let's just go back a few steps, is to select them both, Group them together, go to Shape Format, Group, select Group. Then select them. You can see Group 3 is selected here. Delete them. Double click at the top of your page. Then you can now enter the headers and footers. Paste them in, Command or Control V. Move them up to where you want them. Double click in the center. Now you come out of the headers and footers. You can see your graphics is in there. It is grayed out, but if you printed this or sent it as a PDF, it would look exactly the same as it did before, nice and bright. So now if you go to Insert and press Break, and we can zoom out, you can see that that will be carried across. That's just multiple pages to your second page and beyond. So if you're going to make multiple pages, it is a good idea to put it in the headers and footers, but of course you don't have to do that. So let's just go back a few steps. So I'm now going to insert some text, and again you can group all this together at the end and either put it into the headers and footers or again copy and paste it across. So I'm going to insert my logo. The way you'll do it is go to Insert, Pictures, Picture from File, go to your logos, click on your logo, and then click Insert, and then click Insert. So I'm going to copy and paste mine across. Now when you insert any logo or image, you won't be able to move it. So select it, go to Shape Format, go to Wrap Text and select In Front of Text. Then you can move this anywhere you like. And then what I'm going to do at the bottom is put in some more text like website, etc. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to create it at the top here, because every time I click anywhere else, the page will jump down to the bottom. So just bear with me. So go to Insert, Text Box, Draw Text Box, click and draw out a text box. In here we can put the text. Now when you insert a website, it might create an automatic link, and I don't want that link to be there. I want all this to be the same text. So where this blue little line is, hover over there, you'll see this drop down, and then click Undo Link. There we go. So now my text is in a text box and it has a black borderline and a white background. So just select it, go to Shape Format, go to Outline, select No Outline, Shape Fill, and select No Fill. So what we're left with is a complete text box with all the text in that we want. And then what we need to do is go to the Home tab, go to Font Color and change the font color to white. Let me just check this top text is 16. Now we can zoom out and we can just simply move this text box down to the bottom. Perfect. The great thing about these text boxes is you can use your arrow keys to move them left or right, or your mouse to make it completely customizable for your particular taste. So next we're going to put the text in, but if I try to click to try to type now, you can see my cursor's all the way up here, and if I hit the return key, it's going to move everything down, which is not what I want. So there's one of two things you can do. Let's just group everything together. So select everything the same way we said before. And you can see we've got text box, group 1 and group 2 here, all selected. Go to Shape Format, Group and select Group. Now this is all grouped together. So what we can now do is move that cursor down. So we can do it by using the rulers and increasing the margins. If you can't see your rulers here, go to View and check Ruler. Hover between the grey and white section, click and drag down. Then move this back up. Then when I click, you can see my cursor is here. Go to the Home tab and select Align to Left, and then you can begin to type. Now I find that way to do it is quite restrictive. I want to be able to customize my text a lot more. So I always use a text box. So again, go to Insert, Text Box, Draw Text Box, click and draw out a text box. You can see my cursor flashing at the top here. Just start typing. I'm going to paste in my text, so you don't want to watch me type. If I deselect, once again, we've got this borderline. So select it, Shape Format, Outline, No Outline. Deselect. Now you have your text here in the middle, as you can see, but what's great about this is firstly, if I click on it, go to align, and then I click align to center, that's put that right in the middle of my page. But what I can do is I can pull this down, I can move the margins bigger or smaller, so you can see that's how it will affect my text, and I can move it down really easily and really simply, and go back up to align to center. You can do exactly the same with the address bar at the top, but instead of customizing a whole text box again, I'm just going to simply copy and paste it, hold down the Alt or Option key, click and drag, deselect them both, reselect this one, click, press Command or Control A to copy everything. Then you can press delete, so that will delete the text. Then you just start typing again. I'm just going to insert my own text, and then to right align the text, you can see it's all moved over to the right. Just select the box and then the home tab, and you can click align to left, middle or right. And then you can simply line this up with your margins. You can put it down here, line it up, and then use your arrow key to move that up like that. Deselect, and now you've got your perfect letter. The only downside to this, it won't allow you to flow it onto a second page. You'll have to copy and paste this text box onto the next page. Even if you've put this into the headers and footers, if you've got a text box, and of course you're going to have to copy and paste another text box into the following page. Now, if you want to save this as a template to be used over and over again, you can do that with this complete. So it means all you have to do is click on this box and then select all of the text, delete it and carry on typing, so you don't have to do all this text box again. Or you can just delete the two text boxes and just save the graphics. It's completely up to you. But once you've got it to where you want it to be, go to File, Save as Template, make sure it's saved in the Templates file, and make sure it's saved as Microsoft Word template down the bottom here. So let's just save this as template pink and click Save. That will mean that when you come into your Word software, so let's just open the Home tab, you'll see at the top here it says Templates. Click More Templates, and you can see here we've got Personal, and then you can see we've got Template Pink, which is the template I've just created. It doesn't look like the template, but don't worry, it will open as this template. And what that will mean is when you've created it, you'll come in here, you'll make lots of adjustments to it, and when you click Save, you can go to File, Save here, or of course here. It will ask you to save it as a completely different document and rename it, meaning that the original is safe and undisturbed, and you can come back and use it over and over again. So I hope that's helped you today. If it has, please like and subscribe, and have a great day.